Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at solo number 2. And like I said, it's very similar to solo number 1. Some of it starts out pretty much the same way, and then it kind of lengthens out. So there's some cool little bends in this one as well. Let me go ahead and play it for you, and then we'll take a look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at solo number 2. Starts out the same way as solo number 1. We go 10, 8, 7 twice, followed by 10, 8, 9 twice. And then we go into our slides. 10, 8, we're going to slide it down from 10 to 8. Then we do that again. Then we go to 7, we bend that up a half step and release, and then go to 7 right above it, bend back up, half step, grab 10 while you're doing that, and then release. So let's go from the bend part. One more time. Okay, so let's take that first half and do that again one more time. 2, 3, 4. Slide. Now we're to the next part. Back to 10, 8, 7. Then go to 10, 8. Back to 10, slide up to 12. Then we go 10 on the last string, then 10 to 8, and then slide up to 12, then 12 to 10 pull off, 10 to 8 slide down. Okay, so let's take that to there real quick. I don't want to get to that next little bend part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you have to practice that over and over, that's okay. So that was, the little phrase after the first section that I taught you. Okay, moving along, now we go to the 7th fret. We do like a little half step bend. Release 2 as well. 8 on the 2nd string, 7 on the G string. All right. Then we bend up 10, release to 8. So then we go back to the bend on the 10. Then we go to 10, bend up, and release. Go up to 17, bend up on the 2nd string, hold it, and then hit that last note. All right, so let's take a look at the second half. We already went through that first half of the solo. Let's take a look at the second half. 2, 3, 4. Okay, little bit trickier, a little tougher, definitely needs more practice. Go over and over and over, try to break it down, keep rewinding if you have to kind of get phrase by phrase. But I will go ahead and take a look at the whole solo and kind of slow it down for you as well once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's talk about some of the techniques utilized in solo number 2. Starting with, from the slide section, 10-8 on the second string. Then you have a little first finger bend, half step. Hit the 10, release. So that's a little tricky part that you want to kind of go over and over. All right, moving along. When we get to the first string, it gets a little bit difficult because of the rhythmic aspect of it. So let me kind of play it. 2, 3, 4. Right there. Then up to 12. Now here's the part, you want to make sure you do a pull off here. It's just that double hit on each note to kind of change the rhythm. And then you do your little slide. And then you do your little bend here, another first finger bend, which can be a little tricky. Bend and release. Just keep going over that, you know. Here's a bend, and then we got to get quickly to that next note. And then bend up on 17. And that's another one, little bend up and then grabbing the note underneath.